he may be more of a liability. In your estimation, he may be more of a liability. Whoop, I had a bit of an echo there for a second. I think it's okay now. I don't know if I've got audio from all of you guys. My Discord may have crashed. We'll get there.
Was there a reward?
I'm back.
I mean, we would.
Oh yeah.
We returned one piece of her. That still counts, right?
Yeah, we did find her. That was the mission.
Yeah, we should have got some money.
You did get your money. You stole every item that she had in her treasure vaults before you'd rescued Cecelia. And then she said, if you return her, you find what happened. You can have it all. You can have everything. Nothing else has meaning to me. And you looted her before even there was any indication that you were going to be successful in that. So you've actually been paid in advance.
Oh.
Dope.
I just crashed out for a minute there. I think, something took my PC out.
We killed everything and won the game.
Oh, awesome. But I think, so you're in the tavern and you're considering where to from here. And I believe, where to?
Mausoleum, right?
We're going to the mausoleum, aren't we?
Mausoleum,
Yep.
We're going to
okay.
peek at the statue that looks like Cecelia in the mirror to see if we can get any glimmer of history on it.
Okay. Let's see. All right, I'll just switch our views to Elysium. So you should see the it'll take its time. All I'm seeing is points on a map at this point. It's starting to come. These big maps take a while. Okay, so even with it being a little bit blurry right now, you can see Cicero's in the top, and you're needing to get all the way to the almost diagonally to the opposite side here. There's Cicero's. There is the stairway, so you do know from the stair a way that you can arrive outside the asylum if you wanted to do that.
Sounds good.
Yep. Alarin, do your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So I think you're getting so practiced at this that you, I think it's Cruella that's your go-to.
oh,
Is it, or is it,
break my heart.
or is it Deaky? I can't remember.
No.
Oh my god.
Is it a Lauren?
Not anymore. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. So Lauren, you're the one that gave so much and now can step on this like an escalator, and you pull everyone through into the infinite stairway. You ascend and go up, and every time you come to a doorway, you can feel that there's a parting of ways, and you pick a way. There's only one staircase going up, but somehow you select a pathway, and you've got a sort of a logical map between the different exit points here, and then make your way to where you can step off and arrive at the arcane asylum. And
We're going to the
Mausoleum.
mausoleum.
oh, sorry, mausoleum.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Where is it? Mausoleum. Oh, there we go. I was pointing to the asylum before, but that's fine. Mausoleum? Is this us here now? I believe so.
That's a staircase.
Infinite stair. No. Ah, there we go. All right. We should step through all these maps you've already been to once when we start a play, so to preload all the maps. But in any case, you go over the broken bridge through those 13 archways, and to the very base of the statue. And what do you
So
want
I'm
to
going
do
to
from
point the
there?
mirror at it and do what I need to do to learn something about the history. It gives some information for a minute.
Ah, right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so history. You open your mind, look back in time, and it looks like that you can see what seems to be clerics or priests. They're not in any one particular, dressed in any one particular pantheon or god, but they have workers and they're chiselling away at this great work, and you can tell it's to some sort of goddess. Maybe one of the 13.
Very interesting. I just
Yeah.
relay all that information to everybody.
Okay.
I'm like, hey guys, look. And then I use one of my charms to get rid of the madness level straight away.
Okay.
Okay. The lady at the top of the mausoleum, she says she's a goddess no more, and she's building the tower in order to ascend again. Maybe that Cecelia was one of them. A long time ago. Just trapped in a cycle.
Reincarnated, or just looks like one of them.
Yeah.
Could be. But yeah, looking at it now, it does have a resemblance to Cecelia from the painting that you've got.
Okay, well.
As well as the as well as the simulacrum that you fought in the library.
Time to start swimming.
I guess.
You can head back to the stair and try and step back off it, and let's see, to the edge. The shore. Here we are. And the tokens that are on the map just there won't have your current hit points on them. So while you discuss what you're doing, I'll just go and grab those.
Oh, Creola's boat's still there.
So how are you going to do this? Let's assume Creella can cast water breathing on you all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to swimming. It'd be like flying through soup.
You could always go in the spike.
Yeah.
No. I want to be able to fight and defend myself.
I guess we're getting wet then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so. They would at least try to stay on top of Spike. 'Cause being lizard is cool for you get like nice swimming speed and all, but I don't know how to translate to, heavy dwarven armor.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You've got a weight belt.
yeah.
So I might have. Oh yeah, there's Solotl. So if Criella is the one operating Spike, what else have we got? So I'll put you, Solotl, sort of gripping to the side of it.
Yep. So I don't want to be inside. I'll be on top of it.
Yeah. So just grabbing the outside. Does anyone else want to travel within? Riddle, are you back with us?
I would assume Riddle would be inside Spike as well.
Let's do that for now. Okay. So I put Riddle inside Spike. Anything else? Oh, I can see Riddle there. You're on, not on voice, but in there's. So let's see. I'm just reading it out to you all. Not in Spike. So I'm just keeping an eye on the chat. Not in Spike. I have a warlock thing I can do to swim and breathe. Okay. So Riddle, I'm just going to put off to the side. You've, I'm presuming, have a swimming speed. What about you, Deke and Aloran?
I'm just gonna swim it.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Now, do you have a swimming speed, or are you just,
Not that I know of. I don't
Okay.
have anything written down, but
Okay.
using my wings, I think I can do pretty good.
you know how to swim? You have swum before. It's
Yeah.
just you're not native to the water. Okay. And what about you, Aloran? Same.
Yeah, well, I'll take my I'll stuff my leather trench coat in my bag, so I'm not trying to swim with a cowl on my back.
Yes.
But otherwise, I'm just wearing light armor, so pants and short sleeves it is.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to you. You sort of wade. When you get to this down to this close to the water, Solotl, you know how when you detect good and evil, or detect what's divine sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, to detect creatures. As you start to enter the water, both your detect evil and your divine sense seems to go off as if you've got a free casting of it.
My lizarded senses are tingling.
Yes. Can you roll an insight for me, or a religion? Your choice. Either could help. Okay. All right. So 10 for your religion. You're not too sure what this actually means, but you're sensing great evil from the lake, not just a sense of unease. You can hear Criella inside the thing, and Spike. The first couple of claws go in the water, and finally it goes so deep off the edge that it then bobs there, and it's just bobbling like a buoy in the water, with about 1/3 of it poking above, and you can see Criella's horned face looking through the porthole at you. Solotl, you're grappling onto the side, and you're now floating and hanging on to one of the spikes on the top.
Lauren's just going to cast light on the end of his staff.
Okay.
Just to have, I'm assuming there are lights on the front of Spike.
Yeah, so
but
underneath the water, you see this beam switch on, and it's like a floodlight that shoots out an array. and it goes
Yeah.
quite a long way. The surface of the water is quite clear. And then Spike sort of swivels around a little bit with this little propeller type thing, and the direction of the light shines straight down, and it's quite murky.
Well,
Lauren, your light
I
goes.
sound like a present?
Yeah. Lauren, you wade in, and you know you're doing your frog kick and the three riddle. I'm not riddle. What's your warlock thing? Is it? Do you have a swimming speed, or are you just swimming? I will wait for that in the and that'll come up in the chat shortly. If you type into the Roll20 chat, that's everyone will see it a bit easier, because we've all got eyes on that. Now, finally, the damnable rain, the sound of the rain stops as you swim further out and finally do your duck dive and swim down. And the rain, you leave the rain goodbye. No more storms. And from there, I'll just grab all of your tokens. The water's quite cold. At one point you think you see maybe a little bit of movement at the very edge of the torchlight, as if some fish or something swam into the light and then as soon as it got in the light just flashed and flickered further down deep. No sign of anything at the bottom.
see like shapes, outlines of buildings, streets. This was obviously the opulent area of the city, so yeah, I suppose that's what Lauren is expecting us to see eventually.
So, Lotto, follow that evil.
Yeah.
Lead
I
us
think
to
it's
the
everywhere.
evil.
Actually, yeah. Is there any specific direction or just the lake in, like, its whole totality?
The whole area, so you're surrounded with it.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Usually the way things like this go, whatever it is, it's in the middle.
Okay. Bear with me one sec.
Can we talk to each other while we're swimming?
Yeah, I think that's the spell. That's what it does.
Sweet.
Just one sec while I zoom us in.
Man, sound travels underwater.
How's it looking for you? How's the visibility?
You can see
I can see
Spike
two
and torches and blue.
Okay.
And a nice little beam.
We
Okay.
can't see our tokens.
No. I'm going to assume, because this is just a tiny sort of square, and can anyone move the token, the shuttle?
I can.
Let's have a look. Party bathysphere.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So let's assume that Solotl, you can be the
No, I think who's driving it?
yeah. Well, it's Criella, but
You're on it. You're standing
yeah,
on it.
you're on it, so you can be
Yeah.
calling out directions of some sort.
I'm the commander.
Yeah. Okay. Whoops.
This map is so cool.
I really like the beam feature.
Yes. And so you start to see the walls descend. And now you've gone down maybe 100 feet, maybe more, maybe a little bit less than that. But you're following the walls of the chasm go down. I'm just going to change it to Explorer mode so you can actually see where you've been. Just hold on for a sec before you move on.
Sure.
How's that looking to you now? Is it still all black or is it too...
Oh, yeah. I'll quickly go through the way we went, just so it gets rid of the fog of war, and then back. Yeah.
Okay, so places you might not have seen. Yeah, cool. And you, as you make your way down, it starts to go inwards, almost as if you're going through a small hole at the lake, and it sort of bells out into a larger chamber underneath, further below. Finally, you get to about, you think you're about 100 feet down if you want to just pause there, Solotl.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Here we go. I've just got something to read out to you. You're all able to breathe underwater, no problems there, and you can tell for some reason the enchantment of the water breathing allows you to speak as well. However, you can feel you are breathing in this water, and you can feel it's got a sort of acrid taste. Can everyone do a Constitution saving throw at this point?
Okay. I'm guessing everyone is within 30 feet, so
Yeah.
gets +4.
Everyone gets +4 to this save.
So that +4 is 13. Still not great, but
17 plus 4 is 21.
way better.
Okay. Just moving to the chat, what are we seeing? So Deaky, okay. Solotl, okay. Aloran. And I need a saving throw for... Middle. Are you with us there in the silence? We can come back to it and figure out what that is. But Aloran, you find yourself poisoned. While you're able to breathe the water, it does have some sort of toxicity to it.
Lauren's outside, right? Of the...
Yep.
Yeah. I'll use lay on hands to neutralize the poison.
Okay. So you come down, use I think 5 hit points worth of your lay on hands to do a minor burst, which removes Aloran's poisoned condition.
Thank you.
No problem. And I will cast Aura Purity.
Nice.
So each non-hostile creature in the aura, which is 30 feet radius, can become diseased, has resistance to poison damage, and has advantage on saving throws against effects such that cause conditions such as blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned.
Thank you, Cecelia. Good.
Awesome.
I'd also like to ready in action.
Well, you can sort of have it ready, but it's not ready in action as in from initiative. So
Yeah,
what?
just, I'll have it ready just in case.
Yep. What's that?
I'm just going to have my mirror ready in case somebody
Yeah.
has a
Okay.
hostile spell.
So you've got your mirror in hand, and I guess one free hand for spell components or casting spells or whatnot.
Yeah, it's just in that hand. I'm just going to have it ready in case there's a hostile spell coming your way. Heads up.
Okay, so your light sources are able to pierce the gloom of the lake up to a range of about 30 feet. And the light from the from Spike shines out in a ray. I think shoots out 60 feet probably, but only really lights up 30 feet away. It gives off there's enough light I put around it so you can see where Spike is, because there's some ambient light reflected off its beam, so you can see the rough sphere that it creates, 10 foot across. But probably you wouldn't be you'll be aware of a creature, of anything within 30 feet of you. What I'll do is I will go back, grab your characters from the inn. From Cicero's, 4 of you. Copy, and I'll come back in here. Oh, there you are. Okay. Now I'm going to reduce you down to be a little bit smaller than normal size. There you are. Okay, so you should still be able to move your characters around.
Mm-hmm.
Solotl, so you're off to right next to it, and the rest of you. Now I think, how does that look in terms of vision now? I'm just reloading it myself.
By the way, guys, you should update your HP on the tokens.
Oh yeah, update your maximum and your current. Otherwise it looks like you're overcharged, like temporary hit points. Okay, so there's a bit of vision out. Let's see, Aloran. Yep. I'll use you as an example. I change you all to drawings to just make you smaller, but now 165 hit points. Oh my god. Okay, lighting. I see. So you've got a night vision distance of 60 foot. So that should be 30 now. I'm just changing it for the purposes of this murk. Your dark vision is capped at 30. You've got a problem, Solotl. You don't have night vision.
No, I rely on the light from the spike and someone casts light.
Yeah, okay. And what about you, Diki?
I believe I... If not, I'm going to cast just light on my staff.
Okay. So that will simulate the same thing as what you have.
A cantrip.
but I'll give you a. You can see that there's a sort of hard edge to. Oh, where are we? My God. D key. Rather than nocturnal. And so you get a hard edge to your light source as well. Okay, so Solotl, you're not with the craft anymore, or just keep you close to it if you're hanging on to it.
Yep. I'm not stepping off.
Yeah. Okay, you're continuing to descend. So, Lottel, you're asking Criella to continue to shine the torch on the wall to find your way down. Where are you asking Diki to direct the torch generally? For somehow the beam, because it's made for these conditions, it is able to penetrate further than the 30 feet you can see.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think following the rock formation would be wise, so we don't bump into something accidentally.
Okay.
No, sorry. I'll think about what I'm about to say before I say it.
Yeah. Now, swimming is difficult if you're going to have things in your hand like swords and whatnot. If you're just gripping like a dagger, Tarzan style, or a mirror for that case.
This is when having 4 appendages is handy.
Yeah.
Wings and arms.
I wish Chompy was alive to come with us.
Poor Chompy.
Poor Chompy.
Now, Aloran.
Yeah.
You're sort of swimming at the back here. And you don't see anything in the darkness, in the distance. But you feel a movement in the current. Oh, my God.
Tell the person next to me, which is Riddle, that I'm getting a creepy someone's watching us feeling.
Okay. And Solotl, can you shine the torch? Can you shine the torch directly down? This is just where. I don't know if you can or not. And you can see at the limit of your vision something big, curved, long and scaly slide at the limits of the vision through the murk.
In which direction?
Directly below you all. And at this point, Aloran, what's your class?
16.
16. You feel a movement to the side. Oh, and a natural 20 hits you.
Damn.
Riddle.
Can
Yep.
No, never mind.
As this harpoon comes shooting in from directly to the west of you, stabs into your thigh, and the harpoon hits and spikes go lock it, and you can feel it tugging back on you. The harpoon does 20 damage, piercing. and Riddle and Deaky and Solotl, you sense movement and can easily turn your head here. Aloran, by the thigh, is pulled 20 feet or further away, off into the darkness.
Lauren!
Aloran, did you have a light source? Or were you seeing with dark vision?
I said I had my staff.
Yeah, I can't remember who was it. Was it Deaky or it was you that had the light spell, right?
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to just make sure that you are emitting light. Because what you all see, while you see Aloran pulled off into the distance, Aloran is lit up. So Aloran, you are like a little tracer shot. Oh. I'm just putting a light source on you because everyone would be able to see this. Emits light. How's that looking? Can everyone see?
Yep.
I'm just getting rid of my Roll20 crashed. What I usually do is I stream the player's view and have another window open with the DM view, but it's just because I keep flicking between the sides to see what you can see and what they can see. It's crashing it all the time. So I'm just going to not worry about what you can see and what they can see. I'm just going to in other words, you can go and look back on the Twitch and see what all the viewers at home are seeing. So, Aloran, you are lighting up two enormous, scaly sort of fish-like creatures. They've got tentacles and things on the front of and whiskers like a catfish on the front, a wide, toothy maw like a shark, muscle, powerful arms though like a humanoid with webbed, clawed feet. And there's at least 3 of them within the range. Actually, no, there's 4 within the range of Aloran's light source.
What penetrated my... That sounds awful. What stabbed me through the leg?
A harpoon. And this Mero has stabbed you with it and then hauled it in. And you feel...
It's come from his mouth?
No, it's a harpoon that it's just thrown like Aquaman, a trident of some sort.
Ah, right. They've got hands.
Yeah, they've got arms and hands. I'll display a picture in the virtual tabletop. You'll see it there.
I am.
Oh, cool. Look at
Right.
that. Yeah. Okay, have we entered initiative yet?
Yes, I'm going to get everyone to do initiative. Hang on, I'll just make sure that... Terminator seems to be taking a long time to fill up. So I'll just get rid of everything from there. Okay, now it's ready for you. Oh, Deaky, you've already rolled it. I see the 14. You can put that in.
Okay.
It was your first roll.
Question about the distance. So
That's way better than the 5.
my 30-foot radius aura is just this tiny little circle.
Oh, don't worry. I've got it sort of scaled down just so that we don't have to have an enormous map.
Okay. But I'm guessing Aloran is within 30 feet? Or probably not.
Yeah, you think Aloran is within your aura.
Am
Okay.
I within your aura? So do I get the extra?
Yeah, everyone gets +6 to initiative.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. Everyone would get the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got everyone except no Riddle still. Riddle.
Trying.
Initiative. She can drop herself in when she can. Or I'll paraphrase something.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there she is.
I live.
Yay!
Basically, in terms of getting wet, I wanted to use the warlock spell, alter self, which allows me basically water breathing, and I can move underwater, like I was walking on air. If that's okay.
Move underwater as if you're walking on air. What do you mean? Levitate?
Aquatic adaptation as part of alter self, so I can do it for up to an hour.
Okay.
I'll just pop it in.
Yeah, post it in the chat.
But I'm back. Hi guys.
Excellent. Put yourself in initiative. Aloran just got harpooned and towed away. Some fished Aloran out of your group.
Fish. But,
Yeah.
okay.
Silly fish. That's not how fishing works. Other way around.
Okay, alter self. You assume different form when you cast a spell. Choose the options. Last of duration. You adapt your body to an aquatic environment. Sprouting gills. Growing. Oh, it's more than that. It's like Harry Potter style. Webbing in the fingers. You can breathe underwater and gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed. Okay, so you can move at 30 or 40 or whatever your tabaxi speed is. So you might be a sprightly fish. You can breathe the water, meaning you still need to roll versus the poisonous nature of the water. So I'll need a constitution check from you at some point. But I'm happy that this would have happened when you first went into the water. So if you fail, that Xolotl can burn it away for you. But other than that, so you actually have a swimming speed. Good. So you're probably more adapted than anyone else at this stage to the water. Okay, so put yourself in initiative and then we'll go.
I can't find my little token at the moment. Sorry.
You found it now? I drew your centered the. Have you got any night vision?
I've got the devil's side, so I'd say yes.
Yeah, okay. It is pitch black. Night vision, yeah, okay. Alright, so we've got a 12, and you get a +6, so I'll adjust that to an 18.
Sorry about the technical difficulties.
No worries,
guys.
it happens. I've been crashing all over the place. I've rebooted Roll20 about 4 times since we started. Okay, but I've got rid of one of the windows. It's a bit. So, Aloran, you've been harpooned. You are grappled. What do you want to do?
Ow.
Yeah, we've lost you. What are you going to do?
No idea.
Ah,
I guess I'm going to try and get away from harpoon. Is there like a chain or a rope or something that is?
It's got arms the size of an ogre, and it would take strength to try and. Oh no, you could try and slip out of it with using dexterity if you choose as well.
Yeah, I'll do a dex save then.
Oh, hang on, let me
Or
just check. Okay, so I'll just explain what happens. It grabs in, harpoons you. You take the damage.
Yeah.
It's not gone
Yeah.
through your leg, but it's somehow hooked you. Whether it might have even just hooked your backpack or cloak or something.
Sure.
It's hauled you in 20 feet. And now it has its harpoon back in hand. So you are actually able to freely move at this point, but you are being actively engaged by 3 Mero.
That's fair. I'm going to stab them Can I shoot a firebolt at them? I don't know. Is that going to work underwater?
You can give it a try. You're not used to fighting underwater, but you can fling a firebolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
3 of them are within melee range, and so it will be at disadvantage unless you can break off from it. Natural one's going to miss in any case.
Yeah, that's exactly
Okay,
right.
so the firebolt goes sailing off, and you do it's a little bit muted, but the firebolt still does work. So it's like trying to light a match underwater or explosives or something.
Okay. And I will. No.
Bonus action.
I'll chuck a quick healing word on my leg, so I'm not kind of spewing water all over the place. Blood all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all I do.
Okay, healing word. Roll that, and you're good. And then we move to Solotl. You're over there gripping the thing, the ship.
Yeah. I think so. We'll just yell out to Decky. To Crayola.
Bring me closer so I can hit it with my dagger.
Yep.
And already an attack for when I get within range.
Okay, so what's your... Okay, so what happens is you're using this... Crayola and Spike, as one, are collectively your mount. So you can you can control it, and it moves 30 foot, but that's 30 foot of your movement that is moved. And Spike moves over close, and you can see there's at least 4 of these things swimming around you.
Okay. Oh, so then I have my action the whole thing, right?
Yes. Just no movement left, because you've spent that travelling on the thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I guess I'll take a swing at the one that's holding Lauren.
Okay, what are you swinging with?
The dagger.
Okay. You're finding that the dagger is perfectly serviceable underwater as an aquatic weapon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope this will work.
Class 18 hits.
Okay. And that's 9. Okay. 2 damage. Okay, 6 plus 5, and now dump 3rd level Divine Smite into it.
Okay, because you crit.
No, that's not a crit.
Oh.
Where are my Divine Smites? 3rd level. There we go. So that's 6, 5, 11, 29, 39.
39 damage.
Oh, 29. Sorry, I'm tired.
29. Okay, so it takes this massive blow from you. You're grappling it underwater, stab it once, but it doesn't kill it. It's a massive blow to the hilt.
I'll swing again.
Okay.
$12.
12 misses, and it glances off the scaly armour.
Okay, then as a bonus action, I would like to use my shield to shove the creature away from Alaric.
I don't think you'll be swimming with a shield in your hand. You can ready it as a bonus, as a free action anyway.
I have the Shield Master feat.
Okay, and what does that do?
If I use my action to attack as a bonus action, I can use the shield to shove a creature.
Yep, but I'm talking about whether you've got a shield on your arm while you're swimming. Oh, you're just hanging on.
Yeah, I'm hanging on.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be able to swim with my heavy armor anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you swing with the shield and smash.
Yeah. So that's my athletics, I think. Versus its contested athletics.
Yeah. It fails and gets shoved back.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Other than in that case, now you've let go because you were hanging on with your shield arm if you're stabbing with the dagger. So now sort of free floating there, or at least trying to kick with your legs to tread water, which you can do. You can do even in heavy armor. You're not going to sink like a stone. You've got a swing speed, right?
I was thinking more of like I'm surfing right now instead
Yeah.
of holding on top of the.
Yeah, okay. Deaky.
Okay, I'll go on to swim up closer.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack the one that is already damaged. And I'm going to cast... Let's guiding bolt on it.
Okay.
See if I even hit.
Road hit. Oh, the 22 hits easy. Oh, which one are you shooting at?
Oh, the one that's already damaged.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. Damage.
20.
Second level. 20 damage. Okay, with blood pissing out of its neck, you hit it in the same wound, and it opens right up, and then just goes limp in the water.
Okay, and then let me see if I've got any bonus actions.
And then it'll be you, Riddle, after this. This one was thrown a bit further back, and Lauren's light spell. Let's see. 1 square.
That's it. One down.
Okay. I'm just shifting the scale of the map to be a bit more accurate for this melee with your characters rather than just a pinpoint on the map, a bigger dot. So it should expose more of those creatures on the edges of your vision. How's that looking?
Good.
Okay, Riddle.
I'll go at this stage. I'll start off with just some Eldritch Blast at probably the one that's furthest away if I can.
Okay.
So that's 4 blasts.
Do you want to ping?
26 to hit.
Yeah. Do you want to ping the one that you're targeting?
The one that's just left of.
I'll put some coloured dots on some of them so you can.
Grey is the one I can see.
Okay. Grey. This one back here.
Yeah.
Okay then. 26 hits.
That's 7 damage. Nat 20 with all my plus, that's 33 to hit.
Yep, that hits as well.
So that's 14 plus 5. It's 19 for that one.
Okay. 2 more.
27 to hits.
Yep, that hits.
6 damage and 27 to hit for 10
That also
damage.
hits. Oh. Okay, after 4 Eldritch Blasts, it's on its last legs, last gasp of life, struggling to breathe with its gills and sort of mouthing, opening and closing like a fish on a jetty. It's still alive, however. Anything else?
I just swim up next to Deaky.
Okay, move, yep. Okay, these creatures go. Now, 3 from below turn and start absolutely savaging the one that you've killed already and start tearing it apart. The one that's been very badly damaged swims away and dashes, moving as fast as it can. You see 4 more swim up into range, but they hang back at the limit of your light. Ah, my roll 20 cacked itself. Give it a chance to reload. See what's saved there. How's that? You guys, I guess, can all see.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep. And more swimming a little bit spaced apart, but comes swimming in towards you from the centre of the lake. So and while this is a single plane. Usually when we play D&D, you're looking top down and we're using a flat surface and everyone's running around on that. This is a single plane, so it's like we're playing a platform game here, Mario or something like that. The ones beneath you truly are beneath you. The problem is this is a 3D space, and while I can tell you that you can see that there's 4 over here where my ping's going off. Those are ones directly to the east, but you can see probably 4, maybe 8 more coming from the west, from the north and south as well, and there was a few lingering a little bit deeper that come up. Riddle. Some harpoons come sailing in your direction. What's your armor class?
15.
Okay. 17? I missed that. You might have to turn your volume up, or I don't know if it'll blow your mic. 17. Okay, so a harpoon hits. And can you do a strength check for me?
Check.
Yeah, it's not a saving throw.
11.
Okay, so it does 13 damage. Another one comes in, misses. Deaky, one comes in at you, misses. Another one comes in and hits, and does 11 damage. Can you do a strength check? They seem to be trying to pull you in all directions.
Natural 20.
Oh, and you managed to fight off being hauled in as well. Aloran, what's your armor class?
16.
Okay, one of them hits you.
Can I do a reaction
Sure.
of shield?
Yes, you fling up a shield spell because you can see these harpoons coming in. They're only coming in from 20 feet away. And that will cause it to miss, I believe. Maybe it'll miss. He rolled a 17. What is your armor class with the shield spell?
16 without it, and shield increases it by 5. So that's 21.
Okay, no, it still hits and does 13 damage.
Okay,
Can you roll a strength check?
sure. That's a not 3.
Okay, so it you rolled a 6? Okay.
I did.
Yeah, okay, so it pulls you 1, 2, 3, 4 into the midst of 5 marrow.
Lauren!
Ooh. It's fine.
And you see a few more coming in. I think, Celotl, there's one right next to you. This one tries to bite you. Hitting up plus 21. Is that a hit?
Sorry, it was muted. Miss.
Miss. And then the harpoon hits on plus 22.
Miss.
Okay. So it's just in there in melee with you. And then we move on. Aloran, you're free to move and act, but surrounded.
Awesome. I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Can you roll it? What's your passive insight?
13.
Okay. It seems to you that you've been pulled a little bit deeper, but the ones that are deeper than you are looking over their shoulder and down, and they seem to not want to be the lowest one.
Right.
And it's almost as if they are occupying a strata at a certain depth. There are plenty above you
Taking
though.
order.
When you look up, if you've seen those pictures where people swim with hammerhead sharks and there's like hundreds all above you, you can look, and while it's gloomy, there's still light from above penetrating this far down. You're in an area called the feasting pit, within 100 and 200 feet down, and you can see the silhouettes of many of these Mero circling above you.
Awesome.
What do you want to do?
Can I... how far away are my friends?
20 feet.
About 20 feet. Does it look like I could disengage and swim the fuck away?
Yeah, you could disengage. You don't know how fast
Wait.
fast they go compared to you, but
That's fine. I'm going to
disengage.
yeah, disengage, get as far away, or swim as close to my friends as I possibly can.
Okay, you can get back to where the bathysphere is. No problem.
Sweet. And I'm going to say to everybody, there's like, the deeper you go, do you have a way to protect ourselves as a group? That's my go.
Yeah.
Okay. Solotl, what's your passive insight?
Not good. Insight 10.
No, nothing to see here. But you can tell you're in a swarm. You're being swarmed.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 square is still 5 feet, right?
1 square is 10. That's why I've made you
10.
made you half size.
Okay, 10, 20. There might be further. You know what? I'm gonna move up to these guys. Triggering attacks.
Okay.
I go for 80.
All right. So one will have a go at you with a claw.
Whoa. Okay, I don't know why, but the visibility became huge.
It misses. That's probably just reset your just because we're using. I've changed the visibility level just for the purposes of this melee. Change the scale.
Okay, so I would be on top of Spike, right? So
Yes.
if I were to do the destructive wave, that's 30 feet radius, I think. So destructive wave. Yep. Send yourself 30 feet.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think I would get this guy and then all the other guys around me.
Okay.
That's Constitution
1,
saving
2,
throws
3.
for everyone.
Okay. And what's the damage?
That will be 5d6 thunder and 5d6 radiant. So
10, 20, 31. Okay. Whoops, not D100s. And what are they looking for as a saving throw?
second 18
18.
Constitution.
Okay. All right. So it'll be 31 or 15 damage. Okay, I'll start to adjust all of those.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to do while we work that out?
No, just if they fail, they also get knocked prone.
You can actually be prone in the water.
I know the rules are weird. You can technically be prone while mid-air too. It's
Yeah.
weird rules. It just means you need to spend half your movement like righting yourself or something.
Okay, so I'm adjusting all of these. Anything else you want to do?
Yep, that was my action, and I'll just. No, wait. No. As a bonus action, I'm gonna bite this guy if I can reach him from the spike.
Okay.
Bite.
Nineteen hits.
19.
Yep.
Okay. And that's 7 damage.
Okay, so while he's staggered or prone or flipped upside down in the water, you bite him and tear his throat out and savage him, and you've got another floating marrow corpse in the water.
Nice. And that's it.
Deke. There's a moment's respite around you. There's 3 of the marrow that are immediately around your group are sort of reeling in the water from this thunderous depth charge that's gone off around Solotl. But a couple of them are still okay. A couple that are right next to the bathysphere.
I'm gonna move closer to Aloran.
Yep,
Well, not right on top of Aloran.
that's it. That's okay. You can be in the same square. It's a 10-foot square.
Yeah, it's just, trying to not squash him. Not sure if it's gonna do anything, but it's kind of dark down here, and I'm not sure how sensitive their eyes are, but I'm gonna cast daylight on Spike.
Okay. So a 60-foot radius of sphere of light, pure daylight, radiates out from Spike. Now, while the light would normally go further than that, from the murk, the sediment that's in the water, the light's not going to penetrate that far, but it penetrates clearly and lights up everything within 30 feet. The creatures clearly do not like it. Let's see. Okay. Anything else you want to do? And you've done a bit of a move. Cast your daylight. Anything else?
I think I do a spell, so I can't really do anything else with the spells. Nope, that's it for now. What and like they don't like it. So what do they? How do they react? They try and get away from it. Or?
Well, you think that they might do, or they might. You don't until they get their turn. But their immediate reaction is like, they're not hissing and bubbling like a vampire, but they're not fans. You just got stricken off the Christmas card list.
Oh, god damn it.
Riddle.
Well, I'm sick and tired of being the mouse in this scenario. I would like to cast polymorph on myself and turn into a giant shark.
Okay.
I have.
What size is it?
It's got huge. Pop it into.
There we go, Riddle.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Bruce.
Hello.
I'm bigger now. That's obviously my action, but I kind of want to swim to the middle of everyone else, and too late now. I was going to say before I polymorphed, I probably should have yelled, being like, grab hold.
Okay.
And I'll swim to so I'm the center of everyone.
Okay. All right. So
I
this
don't have
giant,
control of the shark,
this,
yeah.
this. That's all right. I'll move you and Riddle to get. If you want to move Riddle to where you want to be. So this megalodon, this enormous shark, swims to into the center of the daylight, and the Mero go. Okay. So the two that are fully functional move back out of the light, and the two that are damaged struggle to right themselves and then move out as well. There's one that is next to you, Riddle the shark, and rushes out as well to run away from you. And you can see the others are sort of.
I could get an attack of opportunity. On
You
that.
can have a death thrash of opportunity. Yes.
And it has blood frenzy, so the shark has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points.
Which it doesn't. It's bleeding. So you go Bruce on it.
Fantastic. So, whoops. Yeah, I'll roll twice.
What happened to Fisher Friends?
All right, you hit it.
So, 19.
Okay, so
Both for 34 damage.
to your horror, the rest of you see this giant shark just open its maw and snap shut on this thing's tail as it turns and just bites it in half.
Do a big like dog shake. Grrr.
Yeah. And there's half a Mero. I'll just use another one as an example, as chum in the water, sending the rest of them into a bit of a frenzy. Aloran. You heard Riddle say grab on and then turn into a giant shark.
Yeah, so I'm gonna a little bit, scared because right, lots of teeth. I'm going to make an attempt to grab onto her dorsal fin.
Okay. You do your Free Willy reenactment and grab onto the dorsal fin.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. What about you, Solotl? You're now there's this enormous shark underneath the bathysphere, and the bathysphere goes and clamps and grabs onto the dorsal fin as well.
I'm along for the ride, I guess.
Okay, so you either shoulder your shield and grab on, or stow your dagger and grab on with one of your hands.
Yeah, I'll stow the dagger, and I'll just bare my teeth and ready a bite in case.
Yes, ready. Yep. Okay. If anything comes within the melee range, Deke, you're still free swimming here.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I will. What will I do? Are we going to take them all out?
Everyone seems to be grabbing onto this shark at the moment.
Okay, let me. Is there room for me to grab hold of the fin as well?
This thing's got probably 7 fins. If you.
Okay, let me grab on and let's go for a ride.
Okay.
I'm a big shark.
To front. Okay, and so the shark, I presume, points downwards.
Yeah, I'm going to head in the direction that was pre-discussed earlier. Because that I was totally here for. And just head towards it as fast as I can. I've got, as a shark, 60-foot swim speed, I believe. My apologies, 50-foot swim speed.
Yeah.
Well, the strength of 23, so I'm assuming I can pull everything along like it's nothing.
Okay, so the downside of this, well, there's no downside to it, but the bathysphere was lit up and I had the daylight centered on that. You leave the daylight behind.
But isn't the daylight on the bathysphere?
No, it's a point that you see. Oh, yeah, if you choose a point on an object you are holding or one that you want to carry, the light shines from the object. Oh, you're right. I missed that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
in that case,
it should come with us.
Yeah, it comes with you. And so this shark tows you and the light down, and as it descends, it lights up.
Clarify.
Yeah.
I have blind sight for 60 feet
Yeah, okay.
as well.
All right, so you can tell, Riddle, that there are hundreds of Mero that you're swimming past. But they're all.
Just keep.
But if you've ever seen these pictures of a shark swimming through a swarm of smaller fish, and they just part around it, and wherever it goes, there's a gap just appears. Well, even though the Mero are sort of ruler of this sort of area, they all, disappear, or give you a wide berth. And I'll get rid of the Mero now, and we'll just move back to.
Just to clarify, I did this with normal polymorph, not true polymorph.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got an hour. And then I'm a cat.
You've still got true polymorph up your sleeve.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just shifting us back to out of melee mode and back into true. Now, Riddle, how long can you stay in polymorph?
1 hour.
Okay.
And then I have that warlock ability that will allow me to breathe and everything move again.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you swim down 200 feet down, and once you get beyond 200 feet, maybe past 300 feet, I'm going to move you over to the side so you can see. Can you see the wall now?
Yep.
Okay. You move beyond the feasting pit. And let's see. And you travel probably 15 minutes. If there's any spells that take more than 10 minutes, they would be gone by now.
Yep. So aura of purity, I think, is gone.
Oh, I see. Yep, okay. Let's see. And the water seems to be getting a little cooler. It's still just cold water, not freezing or anything. And then you keep on, just keep swimming, doing the Dory thing. And at this point, you probably go for, maybe 30 minutes now. You've travelled hundreds of feet down. You'll be well beyond the feasting pit and now into the gathering dark. The blackness is oppressive, almost stifling, like that cloying feeling. All around you, dark shapes seem to move, but they're in the limit of your vision, including you in shark mode. What's your shark mode? Did you say an hour? Did I get that right?
1 hour, yes.
Yeah.
So I'd be about halfway through.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you think you can hear voices of people you recognise, but they're not ones from this city. Maybe loved ones from a distant from your past. Who's at the end here?
I know I can't talk, but I in shark mode, I just kind of want to pause and see if I can do a shrug with my fins. Like, guys, you want me to keep going or go back up?
Keep going.
You travel for another half an hour. So if I move us all just back to the very top. So you were sort of here. You're out in the middle. I think there might have been a little boat of some sort. That was your little ship, that little dot on the surface. And then I'll move us over to the edge. There's a couple of times as you're following the wall that you realise let's see that you think it opens out, it doesn't. It looks like you've entered a bit of a cave. And you've got to be a little bit more careful if you're going to follow the wall down, just to make sure that you're not going to accidentally go swimming off into tunnels, unless that's where you want to go. Otherwise, what you could do is just try and get to the very centre of the lake and swim straight down from there.
I think we should try the center.
Yep.
What does everybody else think?
I agree.
I'm just gonna respond to people tugging on my fins, like, go that way! Okay.
I don't
Who's
know.
driving the shark?
Not the shark.
I don't know. I'm not sure going straight to center is the safest, but
I feel like we have more chance of seeing things coming away from the edge.
I mean, edge provides this one flank of safety.
That's also true. We're in shadows rather than being out in the open.
Yeah, going straight could save us time and exposure.
Suppose we are a massive bulb of light. It's kind of hard
Yeah.
to get away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got lights. You've got even the cantrip light spell is still, lighting you all up. As you continue down, this sense of oppressiveness, this ghostly voices of people from your loved ones from your past. Aloran, you pass through an area that you feel like you could enter the infinite stair at this point, if you were to truly, try to part the veil. In fact, as you continue on, you go for another 10 minutes or so, and you still think that you could enter the stair if you wanted to. However, you're starting to feel despair.
I'm going to send a message, just message cantrip, yeah, to everyone that the veil between us and the staircase is really thin in this part.
Yep.
And kind of start to gauge people's feelings about if we exit at this point or whether we continue going.
I'd imagine I'm almost at the end of shark time. So either.
We could do a quick save.
Yeah. With the feeling of general consensus, then I'll push us. I'll guide the shark through the veil.
Okay. You
Kind of a little weird.
Okay. Riddle, you can feel yourself being tugged through between worlds. Get a feeling that you've felt this many times before, so it's now familiar. You're about to enter the infinite stair. What do you want to do?
I drop my polymorph because I don't know if I'll fit otherwise.
No, what would have happened is you would appear on the stair and fall down the infinite stair as a shark. Maybe hitting the stair on the way, every circle down like a cheese grater. Okay. You appear on the stair. You can sense, you can hear somewhere below the Aya Broken is lurking, but it's staying away.
Coward.
There is definitely something following us in the water. Super creepy. Could just be me.
Yes, the haunting melody of da 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 da. It haunted me the entire hour. Cursed music.
And what's the intent with going back to the stair? Are you trying to go back to somewhere to take a long rest and then use the stair to come back to here?
I think
Take a
the
little
initial
rest,
idea
like-
was for us to take a moment to regroup.
Okay.
Yeah, just break and okay, we're doing this, and then maybe come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're able to talk. You're able to take a bit of a breather. You're finding that for those of you who are swimming, Riddle, you are a natural swimmer, and just like you can walk all day, you can swim all day. Aloran and Deke, it's a little bit different. You cannot, if you're not a natural swimmer, you can't just swim all day like going for a hike. You're going to find you're going to push and maybe become, get exhausted. You would after having done this now for an hour and a half, just swimming down. If I I can swim, but I can't just go and swim for an hour.
Is it something a short rest helps with?
You think that just probably every hour of swimming you need to do a Constitution saving throw, or maybe become exhausted. And so if you just keep on swimming, hour after hour, eventually those will stack up.
Oh, okay. So we should do a Constitution saving throw.
When we go back in the water?
Yeah, you can do one now that you're everything you breathe. This is how you're finding this out. So for Deke and Aloran, you would need to do a con saving throw.
Right.
You would get Xolotl's bonus.
Yeah, +4.
So that's 16.
Okay, so that's fine. Oh, you're only needing a 10.
So I can do the shark again, but I do need a long rest.
Yeah.
Or I have to potentially turn someone permanently into a shark.
Yeah. Aloran, you save as well. So you're okay. You're just feeling a bit puffed, and just like you've just done swim 100 laps or whatever, but you're able to go and swim 100 more.
Yeah, I think. Is there enough space on top of Spike for everyone?
Yeah, everyone could hang on, and then you wouldn't actually be swimming.
I could, or Deke, if you want to go inside. Oh, you didn't want to do that. There is room still inside Spike. Creola's there,
can't really
but
do
it's,
anything, right?
Yeah.
you can cast spells from inside it, though.
Through the porthole, so long as they don't have a direct line of something that has to travel through that would,
Yeah, it's easy to be outside.
Okay.
I'll just hang on with my talons.
So, for example, through the porthole you could cast Toll the Dead, but you couldn't do Firebolt.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Could I play my lute and give inspiration from inside the
Yes,
Spike?
if the songs I can hear you, that's fine.
Sweet. Then, if that's okay, Deke, Lauren might take the other spot inside Spike.
Okay.
So we'll be taking short rests as carcass and proper rest as place?
Yes, we're at 10 past, so let's meet up back here at in 10 minutes. So 10, 15, so 10, 20.
Yep. Be right back then.
And
Okay, coffee time.
and if you want to roll your hit dice, any that you want to do, if you want to roll any, you can do that in the break as well. Cool. Back shortly. Okay, I am back. Baby shark. Right.
Same.
10:20. Spot on. Got the stream back up and running already. Jump straight into it. Has there been any healing? I'm just checking the chat. Whoops, that's the wrong chat. Here we are. Oh yeah, some hit dice from Deke and some from Aloran. So Aloran, I don't think you're. Oh yeah, not quite on max. You're languishing on 158 hit points. Okay.
I figured that was fine.
Yes.
I can.
Nothing a couple of 100 aquatic ogres couldn't sort out.
Well, that's also true.
Okay, so you've gone from the surface. You've travelled 200 feet down through an area called the Feasting Pit. You are now entering what is called an area referred to as the Gathering Dark. This is an area where you can access the Infinite Stair, and it's an area where you step off now, entering back into the water. This time, let me scroll in a little. I can see, Aloran, you can be controller. You want to see if you can you control the vessel?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, great. So, Aloran and Diki, I think, who's... Aloran's definitely in it. And what about you, Diki?
I'm hanging on to it now.
Hanging on to it, but on the
camera.
outside. Yeah. Okay. So what I can do is I'll just move the... where are you, Diki? Are you underneath Aloran? Okay. So I'm gonna...
Sorry.
I just sleep.
That's okay. My Roll20 caked itself. I'm trying to move everyone. What I can do is group Aloran and the Spike, yeah. Where are we? But Diki, just hang back there for a moment. And group, where is it? Advanced group. Roll20 happy days. Yeah, so that'll move you together. Diki, Solotl and Riddle are all one square adjacent, and just because of the orientation that you've got there, you are gripping the side. I think Riddle is the only one who's not, because you can just swim.
Yeah.
Okay. The Gathering Dark is also a place of oppressive darkness. Let's see. Just looking back at our chat. We've got the con saves for everyone swimming hard. Okay, you come back and you travel for another hour.
Has the landscape changed at all?
It's not getting any... You're travelling down the middle, I think, or are you going along the edge?
Down the middle, I suppose.
So there is no landscape to speak of, but it's no less cloudy. What's changed over the last hour is it's become more and more oppressive. So much so that everyone needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone gets +4.
Uh-huh. Counting your +4s, I can see Diki's okay, Solotl's okay, Riddle, can you roll a d6 for me? Oh, and Aloran.
Oh, Aloran.
Both of you. Okay, so Riddle.
Yep.
You have gained xenophobia. You are frightened of any creature that you've never met before, and gain the following flaw as a personality trait. Strangers are all plotting to kill you. You cannot trust them. Aloran, you gain hydrophobia. The water.
Oh dear.
You get in the water and you can swim. You can swim, you can breathe. It's like someone who's scuba diving and they just freak out and bubbles start going up crazy and you forget how to swim. You're just flapping your arms and legs and wings.
Is that I'm in Spike though.
You are in Spike.
You just don't want to get out of Spike.
I just don't want to get out of Spike.
You do not want to get out of Spike. You absolutely must stay out of the water. You stay in the dead centre of this thing, and even don't touch the walls, because you look over at the portholes and there's some condensation and it starts to drip, and you think, is that water leaking in? Am I springing a leak? Anyway, so you're thinking you have to get out of the water. You cannot do this anymore.
Okay.
This is a form of like Shadowfell despair, but it's unique to this, the effect of being this deep underwater, this dark, surrounded by this evil. Okay. You managed to not overcome it, but you managed to find a way around it by sitting within Spike, freaking out, but you're not completely, ready to...
Incapacitated.
No. Aloran, is it you that has the word of recall? Who's got the staff that can return you back to the Ciceros?
The mirror can do that.
The mirror, that's right. So that's Deke. Okay. All right. If it got to it, you might have had to, activate that to just get out of here until they could get rid of it. Okay, you've now travelled, and I'm going to scooch you down a little bit further.
Oh.
1 mile underwater.
Wow.
Maybe wide across as the city itself.
Only 799 to go.
Let's see. And once you're about a mile underwater, it starts to get cold. Can everyone who's, let's see, no, you don't have to worry about the swimming because you're just hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine. You continue descending. And as you start going down, you start to you get to 2 miles down. You travel another hour. You travel 3 miles down. 4. 5 miles. 6 miles, that's 6 hours of travelling straight down. You're now 7 miles underwater, and you're starting to feel not so much the cold, not so much the poisonous water, not even the Elysian despair, but now just the pressure, the weight of 9 and then 10 miles of water above you. And you start to feel currents. You can feel the pressure, and far below you in the inky blackness stretches out into infinity. Invisible currents toss and turn you, and as you're gripping onto the side of Spike, who's seemingly got a personality of his own, is trying to maintain a steady course directly down. As you make your way through this area called the Mail Scorn, who's piloting it? I think who's inside? That's Aloran.
That's me.
Yes, our hydrophobe of the party. Can you roll a D20?
Sure.
Oh God.
Excellent.
Okay.
Put the hydrophobe in charge of it.
How did you go?
That's a natural one.
Natural one.
Okay, so it's a bit hard to tell which way's down here, because you're just weightless almost, and you go for 10 hours. Can you roll a D6? You travel another 5 hours, and then you sense that it's starting to get a little bit warmer, and you feel like for the last 5 hours you've been travelling well, maybe for the last 2 or 3 hours, you've been travelling up. You can correct course and head back down.
Yeah.
What that means is, what this means is, who's sitting in there with you? Criella.
Coriella.
Yep. So at 8 hours has renewed your water breathing, but what that means is 15 hours have passed, and with 1 hour of the short rest you took, it means that Criella needs to burn another 3rd level spell slot.
I think water breathing is 24 hours.
Is it 24? I thought it was 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 24.
24.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's 16 at this point that you've been travelling, and you're 10 hours deep. So you've still got another 8 hours. But now you've been travelling, actively doing stuff. This is not restful by any means. For 16 hours straight, normally a 10-hour day without rest and things, you're starting to get just tired from having spent a day travelling. At some point, you're going to need to take a long rest. You've left. It was 9 hours ago since you last felt being able to get to the stair.
I'm going to call out through the porthole. Should I open my house?
Yeah,
There's
but
no
how do we get in?
reason why I can't open it on a ledge somewhere.
You have to find
can
a.
work at Cicero.
The one reason is you would have to get into the water.
That's true. Do we go back to Cicero's? But then if we're back at Cicero's,
Then we have to do the whole thing again.
we have to do the whole thing again.
Or we could just go to the stair and then get to that spot and go down.
But that spot was 10 hours ago.
Has there been any other squishy feelings
No.
in the last 10 hours?
No. It was like the first couple of 100 feet was full of ogreish creatures. The feasting pit, the gathering dark. I think it was gathering dark. Yeah, which was probably 1 mile from the ogres to 1 mile down. That area was the stair was accessible, but once you got 1 mile underwater, from there on, the mail's gone. Which is where you are
So
now.
we're way past that now.
Yeah, you're well past that.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You could try and find a solid place, try and find the sides. It's just all open at this point. Remember, there's currents and things. It's easy to get tossed off course.
Okay, let's try and find a spot.
Okay. Yeah. Now you travel back down. Let's see. The mail scorns 2 kinds of effects. Location.
Unless we want to do a rotation through Spike. Lauren, you want to come out and I'll pop in for a while?
I'll give you Criella.
No, Corella doesn't want to go out either. Let's assume she's hydrophobe too. Explaining why she's staying in there.
yeah, does Spike have like a decompression chamber or something?
Yeah,
It can still go in and out while submerged without flooding the whole thing.
Oh yes, yeah. There's a porthole in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
I'm absolutely quite happy to come out and let somebody take over if they wish. That's
I don't
awesome.
think Aloran will go in the water.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I didn't think Lauren would, but Riddle doesn't know that.
Yeah.
You'll do everything.
Unless-
You've got a new personality trait. You'll do everything on your power to not touch water.
absolutely avoid the water, including turning myself into a aquatic animal.
But you still don't like the water, even though
Okay.
it's irrational.
Alright. Sure. Then I'm stuck.
What do you need to cast this spell? Does it have to be a wall, or can it be any surface?
I think it's just a surface. But this is me double checking the spell.
I mean, is it? What I mean is there a possibility of you casting it inside Spike?
What's it called?
Magnificent Mansion. Big wall of text. But
Okay, the wall entrance won't fit inside Spike.
I could cast the door on a wall.
Yep, you could do it on a
And-
wall. It doesn't have to be on it has to be on a flat surface, but not necessarily horizontal.
Right. Then this is my suggestion. We find a flat surface and I get us into my house.
Sure.
Okay,
Because with flat surface that is not at all close to water, so it will be rather hard.
Okay, DM, can we put the bottom hatch of Spike against the Magnificent Mansion door and get in and out of the water that way?
yeah. So let's navigate you to find a wall in the first place. Then you can sort of investigate how you can do it, how close you can get.
All right.
So you're going to try and navigate this thing because remember, there's currents tossing and swishing you all. Not turbulent like you're in a whirlpool or anything, but it's deceptive in that you think you're travelling one direction at a certain speed and then find the current has shifted to another one. Can you roll a intelligence saving throw? You can have advantage because we'll assume Diki is sitting there next to you, giving you some tips. You can also get.
Yeah, I can put guidance on them too.
You can also put the plus. Well, the guidance is for what is a cantrip and only affects what happens in the next round, or next minute, I think. But so this is the course over the course of navigation over minutes. So you wouldn't be able to guidance. Yep, and intelligence saving throw with advantage and with Solottl's benefit.
Which is +4.
We're all team working it.
How'd you go?
Yeah.
I got a 3 for both of them, plus 4 is a 7.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling really well.
Okay.
Right.
So under the male scorn, there is 2 effects. One is a location effect. Can you roll a d20 for me? How'd you go?
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Awesome. So there's no location effects. You find a current and you manage to fight through those. However, there's a mental effect as well. Can you roll a d20 for me?
6.
6. Okay. So okay, everyone gains 1 level of madness. You're not got any particular thing that is observable, but
I'm going to use a charm and not take that.
okay.
And then I got 1 charm left.
Okay. So let's see if I zoom in on your wall. So it's Diki that's not capturing it. We were using the person shouting. Solotl, you've got 1 level of madness.
Mm-hmm.
Riddle 1, and Aloran, you go up to 2. Ah, it's a pain. I have to ungroup you to do it. Okay. But you managed to find yourselves to the wall. I'll move you till you find it. It's probably just all looking completely black to you all.
Yeah.
Finally, I don't know if you can even see it, but you're at the you bump into it, and you're in the gloom, and the light from the torch lights up a wall around you.
Right, so I'm going to cast Mansion on the surface,
Okay.
and I'm going to ask for Creella's help to position us in a way to kind of not actually open the hatch yet, but just maneuver us into position.
Yes. Okay. You cast your magnificent mansion. Cruella navigates you as close as you can. The bottom hatch is maybe only a couple of yards away from the mansion portal. When it's open, water rushes into your mansion, but you can shape the mansion into, take whatever shape you like, and you can have stairs going up so that it only fills the staircase itself. So there's only a short dash to make it from Spike. Spike can't fit through the hole, but you can just grip it onto the side of the walls with these claw feet, like a crab.
Yeah. And everybody can get inside.
Yes. For you to make it, can you do a wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
This is for you trying to overcome your fear to just run across the burning coals, even though you know there's safety on the other side. You get Xolotl's benefit. Oh, 5. Okay. Everyone goes through, you get to the entrance, and you're all sitting there, you're breathing in fresh air and looking at this roast table laid out. And you look back, and Aloran has got the death grip handle on the handles.
I'm fine, really.
I can stay here.
I can look. I got loads of space.
Go back out.
Yep.
He's in there. I can't get in with him.
You can get in. 2 people can get in. We'll assume that Creella's out.
Oh, Creella's out.
Yeah.
Okay. I get in with him.
Okay.
And I get in behind.
Yes.
And I'll cast Gust of Wind. And I'll blast his butt out of there.
Well, I don't think you can blast him through the porthole. Maybe.
Oh, damn it.
It's possible. Let's have a look. Hydrophobia, despair. Okay. You think that anything that would remove a curse would probably cure this hydrophobia?
Okay. I might be able to. I can probably remove.
There is a cleric.
There's a simpler way. I don't know if you guys ever.
I'll remove curse.
Okay. You cast remove curse, and your hydrophobia vanishes.
Nah, shame. I don't know if you guys ever watched A-Team.
It would have been more fun.
Yeah, knock him out to get Murdoch through.
I'm so glad you didn't do that.
If you knock Aloran out,
more for launching him.
does everyone in the mansion get collapsed into a singularity?
It's not a concentration spell, so.
Oh, boo! Okay. All right. So you go inside. You take a long rest as best you can. And can everyone roll a wisdom saving throw?
Oh.
Sleeping again.
So good at those.
You're like the Crudes. You all sleep huddled in a big heap with Xolotl giving you plus 40 of saving throws because you know there's bad germs are coming.
Really?
Yeah, 24.
Cool.
Yep. Okay, so Aloran, despite you being in the saving throw crude heap, you have this dream. that you remember, unfortunately. You remember back to the house where there was the boy and the mum, and the daughter and the dad had been possessed in death by demons and pretended to be alive and resurrected. Well, in this case, the mother's talking to you. You're sitting around the kitchen table having a cup of tea, and you hear the boy cry out above. And she looks at you and says, "Can you investigate?" You feel a bit wary, a bit uncertain, but you grab the lantern and go back up the stairs. Creak, 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 creak. Open the door, and the window's open and blowing, and there's rain. So you go over to them, close the shutters, and you can see the boy is in the bed, and he's got his blankets pulled right up to his chin, and the white fingers, gripping the blanket. And you go over and you say to him, "It's okay, I've kept the storms outside, it's all right." And he just whispers at you and says, "There's someone under my bed."
Nope.
And so you just, you go pale, and you think, "Okay, I'll check. This is a kid. The window's just blown open." And you kneel down and you put the lantern on the ground so that it will shine light, otherwise it's a black room. And you put your head down close to the ground and look, and then just lift up the blanket and have a look. And under the bed, laying like a stiff pencil, is the boy that you know. And he looks at you with wide eyes and says, "Shh, something came into my room, so I hid under my bed." And it's that point that you realise that the creature that came into the room is actually and then you look up to see, hang on, which is the real boy? And as soon as you lift your head up to look, there's this long-toothed, long-thing, snarling thing that just leaps whoosh, out at your face. And it's then that you jump up, you sit up, bolt upright in a sweat, with another level of madness.
Awesome.
Who was it? That was Aloran. So you're now at
Yeah.
You're now at 3. Okay. You managed to get a long rest. You can roll any hit dice. You get your spells back, whatever, and rejuvenate. And are you going to now brave going back into the male scorn?
Yeah, I think
10
good so far.
You're 10 miles deep.
Yep.
Aloran, you're able to do this with confidence now.
Alright, get into Spike or, drive in general.
Yeah, you drive, get into Spike, and also you're okay with going in the water now, with having the remove curse. But you're feeling, anything could happen with your 3 levels of madness. When you've got 1 level of madness, if you do incur anything and something snaps, you just get a short-term one, and so it's just a matter of minutes. Level 2 is you get a long-term madness. Level 3, it's permanent. It's an indefinite one. However, let me check. Okay, so you continue down. Now you're at the edge of the following the side down. What are you going to do now? Just checking. Are you going to go back to the centre and go down into the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, worked so far.
Okay. You continue descending. I don't know if you can see yourselves on the map here. I'll shift ping us.
Yep.
If you pan back, you can see the top of the map. Okay. You travel for another 2 hours. You're probably more than 10 miles down now. And at this point, the spike starts to spring a few leaks.
Should we have... Lauren, are you right in there? Should we...
I didn't think this thing would leak. If I find Ashtar, I'm gonna...
Yeah, get the spanner out. Get the Allen key out.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't really have anything to be able to
No mending.
do.
I got mending.
Just hit it until it works.
Is there any spots that I can look to do some mending?
It looks like there might be. There might be places where you can apply a bit of field repairs.
Okay, so I got some cantrips I can cast as we go down to stop
Okay.
some leaks.
All right. So if you're just hanging on to the side,
I am. So,
Yep.
So. Just some mending.
yep.
Every now and then a mage hand pops out and does like the finger in the hole
Yeah. Okay.
repair for a minute. And then
Now
disappears.
you can't repair a crack in metal, but like let's say it's leaking around a bolt or a rivet or something like that. You can make the rivet maybe swell up a little bit, or you can. It's not this sort of repairs with a cantrip. You can't just sort of fix a ship, for example.
I'm
but
doing what I can.
you do what you can and limit the damage, limit the growth of it. You get to... Oh, let me look.
Could I possibly use where I'm seeing some cracks in the metal, get my sacred flame and try and heat the metal up and repair the crack?
Yeah, you can. You might need to hold steady for that, like hold still for a bit. You can give it a... rather than just do it on the run.
Oh, I didn't mean to actually do that. I just wanted to
But you try it for a bit. Can you do an Arcana for me?
Yeah. 13.
Okay. So while the flame does work underwater, it looks like it's not as effective as it would be. It's difficult to even heat the metal underwater. Almost as if you would need to sort of dry dock to sort of weld it. You could probably swell it up a little bit, but you also notice that some of the panels seem to have dents. It's no longer spherical, it's a little bit more egg-shaped right now. Hard to notice without a practiced eye. You also notice with having come so far down, you think that if you get used to the pressure as you go, because you're just going at your normal sort of swimming speed. But if you were to teleport back to somewhere where it has the same, a high pressure, your eardrums may burst, you may get heart problems, vessels in your brain breaking, all kinds of sort of internal damage if you don't slowly ascend. So
we may have to leave Spike here and go, unless we want it.
Or Spike can continue because the inside of Spike, it's the same pressure as outside. But if you were to teleport home or even go back into the magnificent mansion, you might find that you're affected by the pressure change. You're not sure how much damage it would do, but there would be some sort of negative effect.
Okay. I tell everybody that
Yep. The others.
I've noticed that with my medical skills. So if we're going to want to leave, we're going to have to go up
Before we
go
do.
out now.
Yeah.
We've come too deep. And if we want to go outside, we're going to have to go back up. Otherwise, we're going to do damage to ourselves. Just saying. We're going to have to depressurize. So we're going to have to just keep going down. Hope for the best, or... And that's including the mansion.
Sense.
You continue to descend. And at this point... Yeah, sorry,
Can you make the mansion into anything you want, right?
Yeah.
Can you make it into highly pressurized underwater cave?
Can't see why not.
Then we should be okay, I guess.
Yep. So,
Our own personal debenzing system.
yeah, so maybe the magnificent mansion being something that you create yourself, you may be able to make it so that it adapts. You've never done it before, you've never had to.
We can try.
But you can try.
Yeah. We can make it into our personalized decompression chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to... It's a bit hard to tell because you've had the currents going up and down and so, but you think you're now probably 13 miles down. And you get to a point where the currents all stop, and while you're doing these repairs, you're just floating there in infinite darkness. The light spells that you have are just lighting up the sediment floating in the water. But otherwise, it's completely quiet. There's absolutely nothing. Even these whispers and voices and things that were sort of freaking you out earlier from above have all gone. And you're now in almost like a vacuum, but you can feel the pressure, you can feel the cold, you can still taste that acidy taste of the noxious water. And continuing the whole group down. I'll just pan back to have a look at the whole lot. Can you roll another intelligence saving throw for me, Aloran? Again, with advantage. This is a navigational thing, but it's a saving throw because it's not an ability check as such. It's more of a trying to avoid the disconcerting effects. Otherwise,
you get +4.
A natural one with advantage.
Sure that I can roll 3s twice in a row.
Okay. Oh my god. Alright. So, you've got a 4 there, -1. Oh, so you rolled 2 4s. They're not natural ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird's going on.
So now you've actually lost a bit of a track of where you are.
Deaky leans over to Solotl and like, who let him try?
Where are we going? I'm sure we're going up again.
Riddle pipes up. Should I drive? And then
I'm
stop.
quite happy to swim at this point. Or hold on.
Riddle is more likely to get lost in a paper bag.
Yeah,
I mean-
but I'm rolling terribly.
Your
At
dice
this point-
hate you today. Oh my god.
Can we just turn off the
Yeah, let's
engines
try.
and go into like, well, not free fall, but free sink?
Cast
You can,
enlarge
yeah.
on Spike and Let it plummet.
Yeah. That's what it's called. Free diving, yeah. But you just let the pressure push you down.
Yep. Okay, so you switch the engine off. Make the rudder just go completely flat, completely lateral, completely vertical. I'm just scrolling down. Down. Oh, God. Where are you? I'm scrolling down. I have to scroll down myself to find you. That's how deep this map is. Here we go. There you are. And hanging on to it, you do feel, for the rest of you, on the outside of it, that there is a bit of a current, and you're all of your sort of hair cloaks and things are sort of flapping in the same direction. So you're pretty sure that you're, if you are sinking, that you're, or at least you're all going in this some sort of direction, and if that's down, then the orientation seems about right. And eventually, the light of the torch shines onto cobblestones, and doof, Spike hits bottom.
Oh, that was so much quicker.
What do you want to do?
Well, I think the visibility isn't really too good.
Very dark around here.
You're looking at the ground because the light that you have lights up 30 feet around you, and it's cobblestones. There's a little bit of what looks like seaweed or sponges and things like that, and tendrils of some sort of deep sea plant life, or maybe animal life, but non-moving. Nothing green, and but it looks like, you know, imagining grasses and things like that on a forest floor, and it's sort of pretty sparse, but every now and then floating up between cobblestones.
Decky, remember when you were trying to locate Cecelia? You had 2 points towards which you were pulled. One was asylum and the other was the lake. Perhaps,
We may try again.
yeah, perhaps her body is somewhere here.
What are you trying to do?
Locate person on the corpse of Cecelia.
Ah,
If it works. Or locate object, rather.
yeah. What distance?
1 mile. I
Okay.
think that is.
Okay. You cast locate object, Cecelia.
That was locate creature.
Locate creature. Okay. Okay. Yep. You detect the creature you're thinking of. To the north. Or in a direction. You don't really know which way north is, but we use north, meaning to the top of the map, as it is flat. Solotl, you find that with your heavy armour, you can, like a deep sea diver, walk along on the cobblestones slowly.
So to clarify, north we mean up.
Yes,
Not like
to the top of the map. Yep.
So she's not down here.
Oh no, not up as in above you. North as in off in a direction in one way.
oh, but on our level.
Yes.
Cool.
She is 13 miles down, just like you are. As far as you can tell.
I can't think of anything else that we could look down here. So, what do you guys think?
Good an idea as any,
Mirror.
because there's a purpose.
Has to be a mirror.
Where?
at the center of
but-
the city.
Yeah, but in this darkness, we don't really know where the center is.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
actu-
cast daylight on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. And
Okay.
I think Cecelia was at least trying to get there. I don't know why her
Yeah.
body
So
is
yeah, that's
separated
definitely
from
a
her
good
brain.
a good point to go for.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why her body is separated from her brain so far. But, you know.
Now it's no longer murky; it's quite clear. The sediment around here, like it's not. There's no current and stuff. So as you're walking along the ground there, Solotl, you are kicking up debris and it floats up in around your waist. Spike, every time a spike stabs into the ground, it kicks up sediment in a little cloud. But the daylight spell that goes off lights around you, and you found yourself in a street underwater, surrounded by houses. The architecture of our houses look the same as that of Elysium above.
But is it like perfectly flat, like entire section just went down, or did it just crumble in like if it was a sinkhole?
It doesn't look destroyed. It looks intact. Are you going to start making your way in the direction of Cecelia, as you understand it by your spell?
I mean, that's the only idea I have.
Yep.
Yeah.
The light sources that you do have seem sluggish and weak down here. There seems to be a lot of debris on the ground, and the houses, as you go past them, look abandoned and ruined, eroded, corrupted. You actually find that you start to head in a direction, and I'm just going to shift our map. Bear with me one sec. And you even, from all your travels around, you recognise parts of the streets that you've been walking, almost as if this is the same as the city above, but a dark reflection of it. And I will grab our party token, that might be easiest. Let's see. Oh, the party token was on the main city map, wasn't it? I'll grab that.
Oh, that's tricky.
Okay. And you can see these same symbols that you saw floating along the inside the stones with the water towards the lake, but here they've seemed to have settled. But to the north is where, and you can see some of these larger structures. This is just for reference. There's some larger structures around the place, but really you're travelling through the City of Eyes once again, but a corrupted, destroyed version of it, and it's completely underwater. Most of the houses don't have roofs. The wooden and thatched roofs have all but long since rotted away. Heading north. Okay. You head north and find yourself passing Cicero's. The direction is still heading further north, but you recognise Cicero's. 2-story building.
Can I have a quick peek inside?
Yep. It's quite stiff. The oak door has swollen shut, but when you pull it, it just falls to pieces. And looking in, there's it looks like it's been wrecked. Something has burst in there, probably torn the staircase down, smashed the bar up, and there's algae-covered skeletons littering the floor. There's a single flickering light, though, on where there's a light where you would normally sit a torch in, and it's illuminating this catastrophe. What's your passive investigation?
Probably 10. Yeah.
Okay. No, you don't spot anything else.
Should I walk up to the bar and see if there's no one behind the counter?
Okay. You go up to the bar, and you think you can tell just by the jacket that's on the skeleton, laying on the ground behind the bar, is probably Cicero. And as I said before, your senses of divine sense, detect evil and good, all of those things are all continually triggering. You're pretty certain that, that's the same detection. It would be it's so strong that it would mute it. What's everyone else doing? You see Solotl enter Cicero's.
I probably would have gone in behind him.
Yeah, okay. What's your...
Yeah.
Oh, yep, okay.
Riddle's staying with Zolotl as well, so...
Okay. So what's your passive...
I mean, it was Cicero's. We were always there. We probably
Yeah.
would have.
What's your passive investigation?
Mine's 10 also.
10? Okay.
Perception's way better.
Yeah.
Investigate.
I might just grab the party tokens while we do that. Yeah, anything else you want to do, or particularly do? You see the same thing.
No, but I wouldn't mind trying to use Carolyn's key here sometime.
Oh, that's a different tavern. This is Cicero's. The key that you have is to...
No, yeah, I'm just mentioning. Not
Oh, right, yeah.
Just in general.
Yep. Okay. Aloran and Diki.
Yeah.
You notice it's something moving off to one side, and there's a shelf higher on the wall, probably at head height, and it's got a few bottles and things, and there's a skeleton. There's skeletons everywhere, but this one is a skeleton of a cat, and of course, because it seems to be grinning at you. Obviously, it's got no lips; it's a skeleton, but it's a bit freaky the position it's in because it seems to be facing in your direction.
Lauren will bow gracefully at it.
Okay.
So, cat.
The cat's paw moves, freaking you out. You weren't expecting it to be animated in any form, and it moves its paw slowly to one of the glass jars, the vases that are on the thing, and it pushes it off the shelf and seems to, as it watches the glass jar sort of float down to the ground and then hit, it seems to grin just that little bit more.
Oh, typical cat.
Hey, Riddle.
Let's see. I guess I come swimming back at my name. Yes.
Relative?
And you see the skeleton of the cat, Riddle.
What the hell? No. Not related to me. No.
Hey, kind of cool though.
No, it's strange and weird and I don't like it. Make it go away.
For those of you with dark vision, this Undercity is always pitch dark. You can't see through the darkness, and sources of light are providing half of their usual radius of illumination. The only difference here is Riddles can see normally in this pitch black. Riddle, you saying anything? You can see this cat sitting there.
I don't like it. It's strange. It can go away. I like them with hair on. This is different. No. I'm hiding behind a Lauren now.
Okay.
I'm xenophobic at the moment. Anything strange, any strange creature I don't like. So.
Okay.
Oh, true that.
Ooh, you
And I
didn't
turn
lose
to
that.
you and I cast Remove Curse.
Remove
Where's
curse.
my-
What are you casting remove curse on?
Oh, Riddle.
Riddle.
She
It's
was
gonna
xenophobic.
Ah, yes. Because this cat is going to kill you, Riddle.
Absolutely, I'm hiding behind a Lauren.
Yeah. All
There
right.
we
You
go. Forgot
get
about that.
you
Dangerous
get
place to be tonight.
Riddle. You gather your wits and can act normally, even if that's the same.
I'm still going to stand behind a Lauren.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a moving skeleton.
Mm.
Hello. I've met someone a bit like you before. Little
Weren't
bit
you with us when we
more
fixed
modest.
the skeleton's jaw in the dancing spider?
You did repair the skeleton's jaw in the dancing spider.
Yeah. This is a kitty cat.
This one has a jaw.
I was thinking more of the one I've seen. I'm guessing with hair on, a little bit more modesty and coverage.
Yeah.
Maybe this one was the Sphinx cat.
This one, as you're sort of talking about it in front of it, it sort of keeps continuing giving this sort of freaky smile, mirthless smile, sort of a Tom Cruise grin, and it points its paw to the southwest and then gives a slow nod.
We can look down there, huh?
Yep. What's to the southwest?
Oh, that's the way we have to go.
You don't
Thank
know.
you, Mr. Cat.
It's pretty much the opposite direction to where your spell is directing Cecelia.
I was gonna say it's a cat. We go the opposite way.
Lauren's got, a couple of cases of madness. He doesn't know the
Yeah.
difference.
So you're moving out then, leaving the cat to his devices? And you're going to go northwest, northeast or southwest?
We're gonna go which way the spell is taking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You continue to the north, and eventually you get close to the area where you started this all, the Crooked House, and your light source shines this sort of luminescent, pale, ghostly thing, a humanoid figure, just sort of like drifting, arms sort of slowly flowing, like an aquatic creature, like a long goldfish, just floating. But it's clearly after your initial shock, It's human shaped, 2 arms, 2 legs.
Is it
So
familiar
it'll-
looking?
Solotl?
So without even skipping a beat, we'll just keep walking, approaching.
Okay. It's about 30 feet above you.
Above. Okay.
Yes.
Swim towards it.
He's stomping along the bottom with his weight, but who is it that's got a natural swimming speed?
Would be me.
Riddle?
I'll kind of tentatively swim towards it.
Okay. You take a few swims, and you can see that while initially it looked like it had these long, pale, white, luminous fins and tail, it's actually a young woman with a couple of layers of white robes. But of course the robes, once you're swimming in the water, will just flow and move like feathery fins. And you can tell that it's probably a dazed dead corpse. You believe you may have found Cecelia.
I'm going to slowly approach, bamf out, Spare, and
Right.
just gently nudge it with a flat of my blade. More a case of touch her without me physically.
Yes, okay, so you reach out and move her, and her wrist just moves a little bit. I'm doing it to the camera as if you can see me, but yeah, her arm moves a bit as if it's just, but you've just like pushed a boat that's floating on the water, but of course it's just a 3-dimensional sort of push, and she sort of spins a little bit and moves a little bit with the pressure.
I think she's dead.
Could you please bring her down?
Okay. I'll grab some of her robes and pull her towards the level.
Okay, you tow her down to rock bottom and back to the party.
Hmm.
Wonder if we could find a way to put a brain back in. If that would do anything.
Yeah, speaking of which, I would not check the cranium if there's a sign of brain being taken out.
No, her mother has her brain. Give it back to her.
Yeah, also, Cicero is up in the tavern and also here as a corpse. So
Yeah. It looks like there is clearly some sort of trauma around the ears.
We could try with Brian.
I forgot about Brian. Brian
With
the
his
brain.
googly eyes and beholder stalk stuck to him. I got a feeling, out of character, I don't think it would work, but Riddle
No.
would be enthusiastic to try. Problem solving, people.
Is there anything on her person? As in, she's still wearing clothes. Are there anything in her pockets?
There is a underneath the robe, which is like an overcloak. That's what's sort of flapping so much. There is a leather satchel, and inside there's an ink pot and a wet quill, and a paper set of scrolls.
The robes. Is she dressed like on the picture that we have, or maybe it's something that looks like the statue?
It looks like a wealthy aristocrat, what an aristocrat might wear out.
Okay.
Not really adventuring gear, but not clearly religious attire either. Diki, you know that she is beyond raised dead. it would take some form of resurrection.
Yep.
The scrolls, opening them out and having a look, indicates a map of the city and a series of clues that it seems that she might have followed. She has a bit of a diagram, a mud map of the infinite stair, and it doesn't mention the asylum, but it does mention the visiting the mausoleum as well, and she who wails, as well as a discussion with both the spider and the smiling cat. There's a map of this city, and there's a place on the map marked the Never Chasm, and it's got a mark, avoid whispers and murmurs.
Sounds like we need to go there.
The Never Chasm I'm pinging on your map here.
Southwest. The cat wasn't lying to us.
Shall we?
You should apologise to the cat.
Yeah. So we'll gently release the corpse, let it float away.
Okay. And then heading back to the southwest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. As you head to the southwest, you get to where what would be the edge of the lake. You know, if it were on the surface. And here, this lake area, it's a really odd sensation because the ground falls away, and it's almost you can still feel the pressure, but it's almost as if you're not in water. It's cold, but you don't feel that poisonous, noxious breath that you're sort of breathing in. Almost as if you're just floating in a vacuum, but you're able to move at your normal swimming speed, three-dimensionally. And there's it's crystal clear vision now, but of course completely pitch black. The only light source is the light around you, but somewhere in the distance you can see a swirling light, almost like a spiral or a whirlpool, and it's lit. And there's something dark in the middle of it.
I'm gonna cast detect evil and good. I know that's kind of Zolotl's thing, but
I will allow it.
thank you.
Okay. Cast it. It looks like it's a long way away. What's your range of your detect good and evil? So
I
is
think
it?
it's like 30.
Yeah, no, it's much further than that. Like 500 feet, something like along those
Sure.
lines.
Yeah. Looks pretty. We are walking towards the glowy, spinny thing.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, heading towards it. Okay, I'm going to move you to a new. I'm going to give you a handout of what you see now. Handouts. Crouching things silhouette. Here we are. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yep.
Is that coming up?
Yep.
Cool.
And you see this swirling red, like satin, rings of satin, a whirlpool of red and orange. But within it, there's this enormous portal, or maybe mirror. It's got a completely black surface. The water falls away into nothing, drawn towards an absence of being. The light begins to fade, gathering around a gigantic beacon of darkness in the near distance. A mirror, reflecting entropy, nothingness, madness into another world. An amber mirror dotted with 13 incomprehensible runes of some sort. You're now in the dead centre of the city, the heart of the city where all things must end. And you can sense something, some sort of sentience, an ancient force. Lauren, Diki, you sense malice and greed.
Right. So this is the city. Or the entity of the city. Yeah.
We have to destroy this thing.
100%.
Okay, I'm going to move us to a new map. What time have we got? 11:30.
That does sound like a boss fight. Maybe we should leave it for next week.
When Criella could be here.
Yeah.
I'm
Paula
hesitant
probably
to
needs to die again.
point this out because it could go horribly, horribly wrong. But I have a spell called Contact Other Plane, which, if I understand correctly, should give me access to ask 5 questions of another being. Like, I'm assuming for a warlock, it would allow contact to my patron, is what I was thinking. But if it goes wrong, it's 66 psychic damage, and I'm insane. So if we
I don't even know if it would work here, because stuff like banishment doesn't work.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Like, and no other creatures can escape, like even mindflash and stuff. I think it might be kind of.
It's more like a communication rather than a teleportation.
So
I
maybe.
think it's a good idea.
I'm not in a
But
hurry
risky.
to do it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's very
yeah.
risky. I threw it on there just in case we needed cosmic guidance.
Do you want to gamble 66?
I mean, we could
66, yeah.
one
Yeah,
more
that's
day
a
of
lot.
rest.
And insanity until my next long rest.
Yeah, we
I don't
could.
think
Yeah,
it
what
would
am I
be
gonna
another
say?
long rest. I think that's...
I mean, there's nothing between us and the door anymore. We could long rest after you've done that.
Yeah. I'll pop it up for you guys to have a read. I don't just ignore the roll that comes with it, but I don't think I'm on. There. Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
Comprehend languages.
No.
Fifth level. Wow.
You're going to go and read the runes on the side.
She's gonna talk to
Contact
the
Other
door.
Plane. I don't know why it gave me comprehend languages. That's the one I want.
You mentally contact a demigod. On a failure, you take 66 psychic damage when you cast a spell. Okay. Yep. Do you want to try it while you're a fair way away?
Not unless we have to. If it goes wrong, it's gonna hurt.
I'll heal you if it does.
We also have the mirror.
I'm also insane until my next long rest if I fail.
We could knock you out.
We also have the hand mirror, right? That could give us some info about stuff.
It's just an option I thought I'd put out there because if this is potentially the big bad, then we're going to want as much information as we can.
Actually, yeah. Before we do anything, can I have one? I have another charm left, so
Yep.
I could look into the mirror and get information about the big mirror.
Yeah.
Before we get too close to it, let's get a bit of lowdown on what happened here.
Yeah, okay. Have you got the description for that there? Because I can't remember whether you look into the mirror and think about something, or if it's a reflection, you shine the mirror into the thing that you're trying to investigate. Because it's a bit far in the darkness to get the reflection into the mirror. But while you're doing that, Riddle, do you want to pause here and cast your spell?
Oh, you just think of the target.
Yeah, okay.
You gaze into the mirror and think of the target.
Okay.
Instead of the reflection, the mirror presents a scene from the target's past.
Okay.
The information conveyed is accurate, but random and cryptic,
Okay.
and presented in no particular order.
All right.
Do that first.
Okay, so you look
Okay,
in.
so
You
let's
look.
do this.
All right. You look into the shard, and you think now that you've seen this heart of the city, you've got something to visualize, to think about. Otherwise, it was nebulous and not something that you could use the fetching mirror on. But as you do get, as you think about the heart of the city, you receive a vision. A shining city floats on clouds under a bright sky. Angels float through the sky singing hymns. Paradise. The city is Elysium. Elysium from the stories, not the one that you've seen, not the one as you know it. A shadow falls over the city. Something dark, a dark cloud able to cover the entire city end to end. Your view turns to the heavens where stars show the constellations of Elysium's youth. The widow, the bull, the badger, all of them, all 13 swirl in a deadly corona, a ring to defend the city from this encroaching darkness. However, one of these constellations, the smallest of them, quakes in fear and flees. A spider. It flees into the heart of the city, into the centre of the city, down, leaving a gap in the corona, and as the other stars fade, one by one, swollen by this darkness, Elysium itself shatters. And that's the end of the vision you get.
I'm just repeating it all as I see it.
Okay.
Damn spider.
Cool.
So if I do the contact on the plane,
Mm-hmm.
does anyone have 5 questions that... I've got a minute to ask 5 questions.
I have one.
Just before you can think of all of them, but maybe just roll your intelligence saving throw first,
No.
because you have to pass that anyway.
No. I'm standing very close to Solidal. It's a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you
I'll
snuggle up.
also give you guidance.
Yeah, that's something you can do immediately before. How'd you go?
Oh,
You rolled a 2. Okay.
been a 15 in total. I think I'm insane until our next long rest. Oh, wait, or does guidance gives me advantage, doesn't it?
No,
just
plus 4.
people.
Plus-
Yeah, no, I'm done.
Yeah. So you fail it and take 25 damage.
And I'm now insane. It was worth a try.
Definitely.
Insanity. Can you roll?
I would assume I start drowning. Because I'm assuming if I'm insane, I can't concentrate on spells.
No, you can concentrate on spells.
Awesome.
We are also all hit with the breathing, like water breathing stuff.
Okay, can you roll a d6 for me, Riddle?
Hey.
5. Okay, you have a new trait that your enemies are everywhere.
Fantastic.
So much like Farrick Foster, that's probably what he has, is you just didn't trust anyone and might make it difficult, but you can still operate. You still know that the heart of the city is your enemy as well, of course, your primary one, but you might not trust others either. Enemies abound.
Okay.
One last thing before we close, because I think we'll close here and meet up for this next encounter. Is an apparition appears before you as you start to swim down close. You draw your swords, draw your shields, and go floating like astral travel towards the heart of the city to engage. And this ghostly apparition, like a banshee, appears in front of you, and you recognise it as Cecelia. She looks like she's at peace. A voice calm and pure echoing through the water, a spectral form of a young girl. She has a serious expression, but she smiles. And she says, "You've come so far, you cannot falter. I will not abandon you as you did not abandon me," she says. "Take heart and fight." Her spirit is clearly powerful and wrath. And when she appears and says to you those final phrase, "Take heart and fight," you all gain inspiration.
Ooh, nice.
All of your madness levels and indefinite madness flaws that you possess are completely wiped. That would include your immediate one, Riddle. And you are freed from any charmed or frightened conditions or any curses you might be afflicted by. And you gain a number of hit points, or regain a number of hit points if you're injured, equal to your character levels. So up to 18 hit points. It won't take you over your maximum.
So it can take us over maximum?
No, it can't take you over your maximum.
Bow to Cecelia.
And Cecelia sort of then wisps off into the afterlife. But with that, you've steeled your heart and looked down to this pure evil in the centre of the city. And that is where we shall pick up for next week.
Cool stuff.